Babylon. The name itself evokes images of grandeur and mystery. It speaks of a time when empires stretched across vast distances. This was a city of immense power, wealth and innovation. Babylon was a beacon of civilization. It was a center of learning and culture. The echoes of its legacy resonate even today. The stories of its kings and queens still captivate us. We are drawn to the mysteries of its hanging gardens. Babylon's rise and fall is a tale for the ages. It is a story of human ambition, ingenuity, and the inexorable march of time. Let us travel back in time. We journey to the heart of ancient Mesopotamia. Here on the banks of the Euphrates River, Babylon was born. Imagine a city of towering ziggurats. Picture the vibrant colors of the Ishtar Gate. Hear the murmur of trade in the city's bustling heart. Babylon was a crossroads of civilizations. It was a melting pot of cultures and ideas. This is where empires rose and fell. We will explore the reigns of powerful kings. We will witness the creation of groundbreaking laws. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of Babylon. Our journey begins over 4,000 years ago. Nomadic tribes wandered the fertile plains of Mesopotamia. They were drawn to the life-giving waters of the Euphrates River. These early settlers began to cultivate the land. They built simple homes. They formed small communities. This was the birth of civilization in Mesopotamia. The land was bountiful. The river provided sustenance. These early settlements flourished. They grew in size and complexity. Among these settlements, one city would rise to prominence. It was destined to become a legend. Its name was Babylon. Babylon was strategically located. It stood on the banks of the Euphrates River. This mighty river was a lifeline. It provided water for irrigation and transportation. Babylon's location made it a crossroads. Trade routes crisscrossed the region. Merchants and travelers from distant lands converged on the city. Babylon became a hub of commerce. Goods from all over the known world flowed through its markets. The city grew wealthy. Its influence spread. Babylon's strategic location was both a blessing and a curse. It attracted wealth and power, but it also made the city a target for ambitious rivals. The early rulers of Babylon were ambitious. They recognized the city's potential. They embarked on a campaign of expansion and conquest. They conquered neighboring cities. They extended their control over the surrounding territories. Babylon became the dominant power in Mesopotamia. The city's wealth and influence grew. Its rulers invested in ambitious building projects. They constructed grand temples and palaces. They fortified the city's walls. Babylon was becoming a city of legend. Its name was whispered in awe and fear. It was a city of power, wealth, and splendor. Its story was just beginning. The name Hammurabi echoes through history. He is remembered as the great lawgiver of Babylon. In the 18th century BC, Hammurabi ascended to the throne. He inherited a powerful city. He was a skilled warrior and a shrewd politician. Hammurabi expanded Babylon's borders. He united Mesopotamia under his rule. He created a vast and powerful empire. But Hammurabi's greatest legacy was not military conquest. It was his vision of a just and orderly society. This vision was enshrined in his famous Code of Laws. Hammurabi's code was a revolutionary document. It was one of the first written legal codes in human history. It covered a wide range of issues. Family law, trade, property rights, and criminal justice were all addressed. Hammurabi's code was inscribed on a towering stele. This stele was placed in a prominent public space. It served as a constant reminder of the law. The code was based on the principle of lex talionis. This is often referred to as an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It emphasized retribution and deterrence. But Hammurabi's code was not solely focused on punishment. It also sought to protect the weak and vulnerable. It established standards for fair trade. It outlined the rights and responsibilities of husbands, wives, and children. Hammurabi's code was not perfect. It reflected the social hierarchies of its time. But it was a remarkable achievement. It was a major step forward in the development of law and civilization. Hammurabi's code had a profound impact on Babylonian society. It brought order and stability to the empire. It helped to unify the diverse peoples under Hammurabi's rule. The code also had a lasting legacy. It influenced legal systems throughout the ancient Near East. Its principles can still be seen in legal codes today. Hammurabi's reign marked a golden age for Babylon. The city flourished under his rule. It became a center of learning, culture, and commerce. Hammurabi's name became synonymous with justice and wisdom. He is remembered as one of the greatest rulers of ancient Mesopotamia. His legacy continues to inspire us today. Centuries passed, and Babylon's fortunes rose and fell. The city faced invasions and periods of decline, but its spirit remained unbroken. Then, in the 6th century BC, a new era dawned. A king arose who would usher in a golden age for Babylon. His name was Nebuchadnezzar II. Nebuchadnezzar II was a visionary leader. He was a skilled military strategist. He was also a patron of the arts and architecture. Nebuchadnezzar II envisioned a city that would surpass all others in splendor and magnificence. Under his rule, Babylon underwent a period of unprecedented growth and renewal. Nebuchadnezzar II launched ambitious building projects. He expanded the city's walls. He constructed towering temples and palaces. He adorned his capital with beautiful gardens and waterways. One of Nebuchadnezzar II's most enduring legacies is the Ishtar Gate. This monumental gateway was one of the main entrances to the city. It was a masterpiece of ancient engineering and artistry. The Ishtar Gate was massive in scale. It soared to a height of over 40 feet. The gate was constructed of mud brick. It was faced with glazed bricks of brilliant blue. The gate was adorned with intricate reliefs. These reliefs depicted lions, dragons, and bulls. These animals were symbols of the Babylonian gods. They were a testament to the skill of the Babylonian artisans. The Ishtar Gate was more than just an entrance to the city. It was a symbol of Babylon's power and prestige. It was a message to the world. Babylon was the greatest city on earth. Nebuchadnezzar II's most ambitious project was the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. These legendary gardens were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Hanging Gardens were a marvel of engineering. They were built on a series of tiered platforms. These platforms were supported by arches and columns. The platforms were covered with earth. This allowed for the planting of trees, flowers, and shrubs. The Hanging Gardens were said to have been built for Nebuchadnezzar II's wife, Amytis. Amytis was from Media, a region with lush vegetation. The gardens were a reminder of her homeland. Though no definitive archaeological evidence of the Hanging Gardens has been found within Babylon's ruins, their legend persists. They remain a symbol of Babylon's grandeur and opulence. Babylon stood at the pinnacle of its power. Its empire seemed invincible. Its walls seemed impenetrable. But dark clouds were gathering on the horizon. A new power was rising in the east. The Persians, under their ambitious king, Cyrus the Great, were on the move. Cyrus had already conquered a vast empire. He set his sights on Babylon. In 539 BC, the Persian army marched on Babylon. The Babylonians, confident in their city's defenses, prepared for a siege. They believed their walls would hold. They underestimated Cyrus's strategic genius. Cyrus devised a cunning plan. He had his engineers divert the Euphrates River. The river flowed through the heart of Babylon, providing water and a natural barrier. With the river diverted, Cyrus's army could march along the riverbed. This would allow them to bypass Babylon's formidable defenses. The night of the attack arrived. The Babylonians were celebrating a religious festival. They were caught off guard. The Persians entered the city through the dry riverbed. They met with little resistance. Babylon, once thought to be invincible, fell in a single night. The Persians took control of the city. Nebuchadnezzar's successors were defeated. The Babylonian Empire was no more. The fall of Babylon sent shockwaves through the ancient world. It marked the end of an era. The city that had stood for centuries as a symbol of power and invincibility had fallen. Cyrus the Great entered Babylon in triumph. He claimed to be the legitimate successor to the Babylonian kings. He promised to respect the city's customs and religions. Under Persian rule, Babylon was spared complete destruction. Cyrus allowed the Jews, who had been held captive in Babylon, to return to their homeland. This act of mercy was praised by many. However, Babylon was never the same. It was no longer the capital of a great empire. It was a provincial city in the Persian Empire. Its influence waned. Babylon's decline was gradual. The city was sacked and damaged in subsequent conflicts. The Persians moved their capital to other cities. Babylon's importance diminished. The once great city slowly fell into disrepair. Its magnificent buildings crumbled. Its gardens withered. The sands of time began to reclaim the city. Babylon, once a beacon of civilization, was fading into legend. Its story, however, was far from over. Centuries turned into millennia. Babylon lay buried beneath the sands of time. The once great city faded into legend. It became a tale whispered by storytellers, yet the ruins of Babylon held secrets. In the 19th century, archaeologists began to explore the site of ancient Babylon. They were drawn by the city's legendary status. They hoped to uncover the truth behind the myths. These early excavations were challenging. The ruins were vast. They were also poorly preserved. Despite the difficulties, archaeologists made remarkable discoveries. They unearthed the foundations of Nebuchadnezzar's palace. They uncovered fragments of the Ishtar Gate's glazed bricks. These discoveries sent ripples of excitement through the world. Babylon was no longer just a legend. It was a real place. It was a place that could be studied and understood. Modern archaeological techniques have revolutionized our understanding of Babylon. Archaeologists now use ground-penetrating radar. They use aerial photography. These tools allow them to map the city in detail. They can identify structures that are still buried underground. This has led to a wealth of new discoveries. Archaeologists have uncovered residential areas, temples and administrative buildings. They have found countless artifacts. These artifacts provide a glimpse into the daily lives of the Babylonians. Clay tablets inscribed with cuneiform script tell stories of trade, law and religion. Household objects, such as pottery and tools, reveal the ingenuity of the Babylonian people. The discoveries made at Babylon are not just about the past. They have a profound impact on our understanding of the present. Babylon was a melting pot of cultures and ideas. Babylon's legacy is vast. It is multifaceted. The city's innovations in law, architecture and urban planning influenced civilizations for centuries. Hammurabi's code, with its emphasis on justice and order, laid the foundation for legal systems throughout the world. The city's monumental architecture, including the Hanging Gardens and the Ishtar Gate, inspired awe and wonder. Babylon's influence can be seen in our language, our laws, and our art. The stories of Babylon continue to fascinate us today. They remind us of the power of human ambition. They also remind us of the impermanence of empires. Babylon's rise and fall serve as a cautionary tale. They remind us that even the greatest civilizations are not immune to decline. Yet even in ruin, Babylon has much to teach us. It teaches us about the power of human ingenuity. It teaches us about the importance of cultural exchange. Most importantly, it teaches us about the enduring legacy of the past. Babylon's grandeur may now be a whisper in the desert winds, but its legacy echoes through time. The city's rise and fall serve as a poignant reminder of the cyclical nature of civilizations. Yet, Babylon's contributions to human history are undeniable. From the code of Hammurabi's impact on jurisprudence to the architectural marvels that still inspire, Babylon's influence is woven into the tapestry of our collective past. The pursuit of knowledge and innovation that characterize Babylon continues to drive us today. As we explore the remnants of this once great city, we are reminded of the enduring power of human ambition and the interconnectedness of our shared human story. Babylon stands as a testament to the heights we can reach and a cautionary tale of the ephemeral nature of power. Let us learn from its lessons and continue to strive for a world that values knowledge, justice, and the enduring spirit of human endeavor. As we reach the end of our journey through the annals of Babylon, we invite you to join us on our next adventure. Like and subscribe for more captivating explorations of history's most iconic cities. Tune into our next video when we delve into Beijing, from imperial capital to modern metropolis. Together, we'll uncover the stories that have shaped our world and continue to inspire future generations. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.